Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-February 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Taurus collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends, and fantastic. Let's get it going here, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for the Taurus collective? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on in this time, which is always interesting. But let's get this first card out here, shall we? Let's get this popping. What's going on for Taurus, please? Thank you. Just to get this reading moving. Okay, so complexity, this is something I've been seeing with a lot of the earth signs this week for sure, and it's showing up for you. This was showing up in other signs, this exact card as well. So it is extremely complex. This card has a lot of layers. You might be going through a lot of different things, or there's unseen angles here. But before we really peel that one back, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the February subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Have a look at this card. So there's a lot going on here with this card. You see that woman, she is looking in the mirror. She's actually holding a mask over her face. There's multiple reflections. There's a Russian doll. There's various different items right there on the mirror. So I see this card, I think of a lot of things that could be affecting you. A lot of energies could be affecting you, so your empathy could be heightened in this time. Know that. But this feels very complex. Like, this feels like there might be certain situations you're going through where there's a lot of either unseen angles or a lot of things under the surface, where it might seem simple, but in reality, there's a lot more going on that's not being seen. So we really want to see what's up with this. It doesn't feel like illusion to me. It just feels like a lot. All right, so some of you might just be dealing with a lot, or a lot of energies are affecting you. Just lock it down, right? Do some crystal healing if you need to. Ground yourself down. We're going to get into tarot. Let's shuffle it up one time. And I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading at all. It's just a little footnote for us. Let's shuffle it up here. So, last week's reading, my friends, it was titled They Are Stressing, and the main vibe I was picking up throughout the spread, it wasn't all bad, but there was a stress-induced type of energy in last week's reading. So hopefully you haven't been going through too many things or rough situations, because it did feel like someone was absolutely like high-strung, stressing about something. So we're going to see what we have this week. You know, as I always say, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your energy or somebody else's. Let's get 3. Okay, thank you. All right, lovers, your interpersonal relationships could be extremely important. That might be a big focus, or there could be something revolving around that. Let's get 2 more. Okay, lovers doesn't always have to mean love. It could be. All right, we got the 10 of Wands. This is another common energy I've been seeing with earth signs. A little burdensome here, okay? Maybe you feel like someone close to you is a little draining on you in some sort of way. Okay, 9 of Pentacles, another common one. So it does seem like you might be, or some of the archetypes that have been showing up for a lot of the other earth signs are showing up here as well, but they could be presenting in a different way. 9 of Pentacles on the back end. Notice we have a lot of high number cards showing up here. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. So at first glance, like I said, we have a powerful major arcana, then 2 high-end numbers. Usually like 9s and 10s, they represent a close of a cycle or something that's about to kick over into new. But position number 1, we have an interesting elemental mix. We have air, fire, and earth. Lovers. Classically, this was a card way back in the day that was either called the choice or the decision. So it can be about making a choice, going left, going right, feeling like you're at a crossroads. But when I see the lovers, it could be a Gemini, right? You might be closely connected to a Gemini here, but it's all about our partnerships, right? It doesn't always have to be just a romantic interest or romantic partner. It can be, of course, right? It could be a soulmate, twin flame, someone that you share a very strong emotional bond with as well. So this could represent a very good friend, a very close family member. It's all very personal, but your interpersonal connections and relationships need to be highlighted in this week's reading for some reason. So when we clarify it, it could just be how someone might be feeling or what they might do, how they might act. That could really show up here. Now, moving to the center, we have a bit of a burdensome type of energy. We have the 10 of Wands right in the center. So like I was saying last week, remember there was like this claustrophobic, stressed, nervous type of energy in last week's reading. This 10 of Wands is heavy, okay? So I always say this could be a warning about your vitality. Maybe you need some rest. Maybe you need some self-love, self-care, do some pampering, right? This could be about the mind, body, and soul. This is a burden. This is something weighing on somebody. So make sure you're not overexerting your energy when we have the 10 of Wands like showing up. And I feel like it might be linking to this here. Remember I said there could be a lot of things happening, a lot of things affecting you. The 10 of Wands could be that. Physically, though, when we see this card, absolutely watch out for your neck, back, and spine. You might want to go out and get yourself a massage or something when this card shows up. We'll just have to see, because if it's another person, there could be something weighing on them heavily. Okay, so it can be a warning. Now, moving to the back end, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Usually this is a very, very good card. It's firm, it's planted. You're an earth sign, so this energy isn't one that should concern you. This could be a card that represents an influx of money, but a big theme I always get with the 9 of Pentacles is a feeling of independence, either craving it or feeling it. So you might have like lone wolf syndrome. I was saying that in the Virgo reading. So there might be something you have to do by yourself or you want to do by yourself. There's something attached to independence here. But this is a big card of like having your feet on solid ground and manifesting. So it could be a good influx of money or money situation. So we're really going to have to dig deeper on all of it, because remember, when we clarify, these energies could get a little shake up from underneath. So with all that being said, my Taurus friends, let's dive deeper, jump in and clarify. So let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Taurus, please? My guides, talk to me. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation. I'm just giving you mine. Let's see what's up with the Lovers. And as always, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Lovers time. Why is the Lovers here? Please. Why is this powerful major arcana showing up for my friends? Thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah, there might be a certain individual that you need to keep an eye on. Now, I'm not saying this is exactly your love interest, but we have the Devil underneath the Lovers, okay? These cards together are extremely powerful. I want you to look very closely at this imagery right here, because they are almost set up in an identical fashion, especially when you're looking at the Rider-Waite system. So you have the male, female, the big figure, the angelic figure, the demonic figure. So this could be something that is very much two-sided. This could be a two-faced individual, someone that is extremely hot and cold. There might be somebody that you really, there's like a vein of toxicity here with this Devil underneath the Lovers, okay? This could represent somebody who's jealous, who's obsessive. There might be a person that you were very closely connected to. They might not be the healthiest for you. And I'm not saying that is like a romance partner, right? But there could be someone you're linked to that there's something about it where it's not doing good for you. And remember I said that you might be feeling drained here with the 10 of Wands next to the Lovers. When the Devil shows out underneath, these cards are bookends. It's like a yin-yang when we have the Lovers and the Devil, right? Because they're the same, but they're so different. And I do get that feeling for some of you. There might be like a two-faced individual around, where someone that is like very, very hot and cold about things. They switch. Like this is somebody that is very prone to switch. Like we have good times, we have great times, and we got some rough ones here. So you might need to beware of a certain individual. And I want to see how the rest of this plays out, because this could be an attachment that's not too nice when I see this. Now, if you're connected to a Capricorn, you could disregard what I was just saying possibly, because the Devil is a card that represents Capricorn. This could be a Capricorn soulmate. So if that's the case, it might not be any of that stuff. But I'm getting a warning here in the front end, a big warning. So we're going to keep pressing forward. I don't want to, speak that into the ground. But let's see what's up with the 10 of Wands. The imagery is always so striking when we get the Lovers and the Devil together. But why is that 10 of Wands here? Try my best not to go off on tangents about the cards, but this is one of the alignments. Yeah. Okay. And and the first thing that's popping into my head is like, I don't want to fight. Like, does it have to be like this? Like, I don't want this conflict. I don't want to fight. Like, is it even necessary? Like, that's a vibe I'm picking up here. Like, is this even necessary? Like, it feels so extra here with the Five of Swords underneath the Ten of Wands, right? Because that's a cold energy. So somebody's coldness or somebody's aggressiveness might be very, very heavy here. So I would say this is a huge warning about conflict. Okay, there is somebody that is carrying a burden with the Ten of Wands about either this person or this cold conflict that we have here. So I would say, yeah, this is a warning for sure, my friends. Okay, like we're getting double warnings in the front end. This card can also represent narcissistic individuals. Sometimes I'm not saying that about whoever this is showing up, but the Five of Swords is combative, right? And the first thing that was popping up is like, do we even have to do this? Like, is it even worth it? Do we even have to fight about this? Like, I don't want, like, can we all just get along type of energy? That's what I'm picking up here. So we have double warnings, one about a person, one about conflict. Let's see what's up with the Nine of Pentacles. Sheesh. So we'll talk about it more during the recap. Heaviness, right? And if you have had dealings with a narcissistic individual, this Ten of Wands could represent the healing process. Like, you still might have scars. But let's see what's up with that Nine of Pentacles. Thank you. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it might take a bit. It might take a bit. But someone is going to get what they deserve here, and I don't necessarily mean that in like a mean way or a scary way or a warning way. The Seven of Pentacles is a big karmic card of reaping what you sow. So I feel like this could be a very happy ending right here on the back end. So much monetary abundance, very firm footing, that good earth energy that you flow really, really good with. But it might take a bit. I'm getting the intuitive vibe of somebody who's in the eye of the storm or is in the center of the storm right now. So just know, like, times might get a little crazy in the coming days and weeks. If this isn't your energy, someone you're connected to might really be going through it, but they could use some reassurance. Remember, I was talking about independence with the Nine of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is saying, like, listen, you will reach this. You will reach this energy, okay? It might just take a little bit of time, and this could be Spirit eventually rewarding you for the struggles that you've been through. I'm not saying this energy is something that's all going to happen today or tomorrow. This could be stuff you've already gone through, but this could be something, a blessing from Spirit in the end. Like, listen, you've been through a lot. You've been through it. You're going to get what you deserve in a good way, okay? And that could be somebody catching a dose of karma too, like, for what they've done. I'm picking up so much here, Taurus. Let's go through and do a quick recap. Remember, only take this if it hits, all right? I'm not trying to stir up any drama with you and the people in your life, but if you kindly look in the box, position number one, we have this interesting play of energy with the Lovers clarified by the Devil, the yin yang, the good, the bad, and it was giving me that individual that's very prone to switch, like change really quick. This could be a two-faced type of person as well, or someone that you're very closely connected to emotionally, but they might not be the best for you. There's something about that energy that could drain you. There's a little bit of toxicity here. So keep your head on a swivel. Spirit might be warning you about a very specific person. Because moving over, we have the Ten of Wands with the Five of Swords in the upright, especially if you've had dealings with narcissistic people, combative people, cold people. It just might be a lot to bear. And the vibe I was getting here was like, can't we all just get along? Do we have to fight about this? Like, is it even that serious, even that major? So do with that what you will. But moving to the very back end, we have the Nine of Pentacles clarified by the Seven of Pentacles in the upright. Getting what you deserve eventually, even if it takes a while. Remember, Pentacle energy moves a bit slow, and that's okay. Even if you're in the eye of the storm or the center of the storm right now, Spirit could be saying, like, listen, you have blessings coming your way. Stay optimistic, stay on the course, because this could be good. And it could be someone catching karma for all this nonsense right here. So do with that what you will. I'm going to get you a shadow card now. Let's shuffle it up one time and get Taurus a shadow card. Interesting reading, my friends. Let's see what's going on. And yeah, I'm using the Shadowland Tarot for this portion. You know, it's one of my favorite decks to do shadow work with. So let's see what's in the shadows for Taurus. Thank you. All right, the Sun. Right? Even though this is the shadow card and the shadow side, the Sun is the most positive card in the deck, and it's one of the better cards we want to get in the shadows. And I'll tell you why. Doing shadow work, the sun is what we want to see for sudden realizations and revealing things, revelation. So just know in this time, if you do inner work, if you do shadow work, you might have certain realizations about situations you've been through, certain individuals. Now, a portion of you could have a connection to Leo when the sun card shows up, specifically in the shadows. But to me, this card is all about revealing the unknown, revealing the hidden. Okay, so maybe there is something you need to really cast a little light on or go within about when we have the sun. It is healing as well, and it is spirit. So even if you feel you might be feeling a little disconnected from spirit in the coming days and weeks, just know it's there. Picking up a lot of things here. Now is a really good time to do some inner work because this sun energy in the shadows could really cast light on a lot. So Taurus, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the February subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the January subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for February, I've decided to run it back. Once again, we're doing 2 copies of the most adorable deck in all the land, the Smith Tiny Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments which card from this week's reading you thought was most adorable. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of February, the winners will be in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.